Hello everyone, Fanta here, you're watching FANTAVISION, and today is another Tales from Retail. And it's a request from quite a few people once again, and it has to do with GameStop. I know I've been talking about GameStop and their closure of stores and stuff like that, but it's been a while since I've done a Tales from Retail specifically about GameStop. What was it like to clean in GameStop? And it sounds like an uninteresting topic at first, and then you think about it and you're like, how many things are there to clean there if you really think about it? Because it's a place that is taking in things that are used. And whenever there's a place like that, you are bound to run into some disgusting, messed up stuff. So, real quick, start off, what am I drinking? Peanut butter milk stout, once again, from Belching Beaver Brewery. Try to blow through that stuff because stouts don't age very well, in my opinion, when it comes to being canned already. So the fresher you drink it, the better it tastes. That's my opinion. Okay. It's delicious. It's good. So, of course, there are the normal things that you have to do when you're cleaning. I've talked about that. I've talked about closing the store, vacuuming, all that sort of stuff. Just the basic stuff. I've talked about vacuuming, talking about putting the games back where they're supposed to be. Because, of course, customers are going to look at a game, pick it up, walk around the store with it, go to a different game section, and just put their game there. Because nobody can be bothered to put anything back where it belongs. I mean, you see this all the time at grocery stores. It's actually kind of funny at grocery stores because you'll see somebody change their mind on one item and then pick up another. Somebody changed their mind on the Jack Daniels and decided to pick up a Rice-A-Roni. It's like, I guess I should probably eat tonight instead of just get drunk again and pass out. But at GameStop, it was even worse because sometimes you wouldn't really notice, and then of course your manager would notice depending on what kind of manager you have. And then you're like, I didn't see that one, or you'll have like a used copy of something in a new area, but unless you look at the label, you don't know, and you're just kind of glancing over as you're closing up and wanting to get the hell out of there. Or when you're dusting and you haven't dusted on top of the shelves in a long time, and it creates this cloud that then causes instant asthma for anybody within a mile radius. So those are the kind of normal things. But the things you don't really think about when it comes to a used atmosphere are how many freaking controllers you have to clean. And I'm not talking about just wiping them off, but in controllers, if I can find one nearby. Now, this isn't a great example, but there's that little groove in there. We'll see if it focuses. Hey, there's that little groove. But on an Xbox controller, it goes all the way down and around. And Nintendo, it looks like, has figured out the issue. There's only the little groove right here. You put your hands right... What the hell, Nintendo? You guys are geniuses. Anyway, so where you put your hand all the time has that groove. And it will pick up dirt and sweat and dead skin and Cheetos and Doritos and whatever the hell you have on your hands. But this actually doesn't have that, so good job, Nintendo. So what you want to do is you take a blade of some sort. Now, we didn't usually use pocket knives, but you take the blade, it's usually like a razor blade, and you get it in that groove, and you clean out all the crap inside the groove. And that was freaking disgusting. And we didn't do this all the time, only in like really specific cases. Like if the controller was just a nightmare, we would, we'd try our best, but if we knew somebody wasn't going to want to buy it and we wouldn't want it ourselves, we would just send it to the defective factory to get it all cleaned up and refurbished there. Because there's only so much you can do with a razor blade and disinfectant wipes. So if it was just like, we can't save this on our own, we're going to make it their problem. And we did that a lot because game consoles were notoriously hard to clean. You get a game console in and there are like bugs coming out of it and stuff, that's going to be refurbished immediately. I'm not going to even test the damn thing. The only thing I'm going to do is turn it on and make sure it's not locked so the people at the refurbishment facility don't have to deal with that. But if your DS is all scratched up, your screens are just a mess, or it looks like your kid dropped it in peanut butter, we would not take that in as just full value. We're just not going to do it. So we would take it as refurbished, be like, you can deal with it because I don't want to touch this. Sometimes we try to save it. One time we had to peel off all these different decals and stickers on a Wii U, and my assistant manager put, now he didn't put Goo Gone, which is what you want to put on there to get all that sticky crap off. He put Goof Off, which sounds almost exactly the same, and they should really change the name because Goof Off is like Goo Gone's fugitive brother that is just ready to just mess somebody up, because it's for like grease and like things that are really hard to get off of metal surfaces and things that aren't going to corrode as easily as plastic. So when you put the Goof Off on this plastic Wii U and started rubbing it, he noticed, oh, well, the sticky stuff is gone, but so is a solid chunk of the surface area of plastic. So it's this bumpy, awful thing, and we wound up just sending that to the refurbishment factory too. Oops. We tried. Why the hell we had Goof Off to begin with, I have no idea. I'm guessing somebody, again, bought it by mistake because it sounds so close to Goo Gone. You're just going to assume, oh, it just gets the sticky crap off. Whatever, it's fine. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't use it on your consoles. Don't use it on your keyboard. Don't use it on literally anything that you enjoy having that happens to be made of plastic or any other material that is easily destroyed. Another thing you wouldn't think we had to clean was games. Now you may be thinking, oh, well, I did expect that because all those scratched up games come in and you gotta fix them and clean. No. We don't do that. We never did that. We instead, if it was scratched up, sent to the refurbishment factory, but we instead had to clean, DS games. We had to get the crap off of them. PSP games, if they weren't punched in and, ready to be refurbished anyway. But the main thing of games we had to clean were the boxes. Now, you could always tell if the person who was trading in these games smoked, because the boxes not only reeked, but they had tar on the outside of these cases. And if we knew somebody was smoking and they were trading in a system, immediately refurbished, because I'm not dealing with that. We cannot defumigate a freaking console in store. So we're going to send that to the factory. They're going to have to open it up, get all of that tar and nasty crap out. I'm not dealing with that. No. So we would take, once again, these disinfectant wipes, and you just see this black sludge coming off of these cases, and it was just the worst. It was so disgusting. I mean, don't smoke inside if you're gonna smoke. My lord. Whenever I've been to somebody's house and you can tell either they smoke inside or their parents smoke inside, the blinds are covered in it, the TV has like this weird sepia tone to it, so like every single movie looks like a Western. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's gross. So we just get this sludge off, or we just completely throw away the case and use one of our own and try to salvage the cover art if possible. Thankfully, most of the time the manuals were not in that terrible condition because nobody uses manuals and the case was always closed. So the smoke usually didn't seep in, didn't affect the disc. It just made this box, this dirty, nasty looking thing. Ugh. Another thing that was dirty and nasty, and we tried to clean as much as we could, but some of them just seemed like they were kind of too far gone, and we just refurbish it, or I think sometimes they would just sell it. I mean, I would never. I always refurbished them if they looked like this. But those Wii Fit boards, I think I've talked about this before, about how disgusting those Wii Fit boards would get. I mean, people put their bare feet on those things for some reason. I don't know why. I was always glad when somebody had the Wii Fit condom on it, because they had the the Wii controller condoms, and then there was the Wii Fit board condoms. Now the board condoms made sense. The controller not so much. They didn't really get too dirty. Though they did have the groove all the way around, but it was a wider groove, so it didn't collect as much dead skin and grease and shit like that. And if it did, you could use a toothpick and kind of get all that out. I'm really sorry if somebody's eating while watching this episode. It was about cleaning. What did you expect? But the Wii Fit boards, I mean, those things would come in and it would just be two black footprints where they would stand all the time. And you could tell where everybody in their family stood for hours and hours and hours because their dirty, gross feet just bled into the plastic. I mean, you could scrape at that thing for a solid 10 minutes and let it soak in with all these different chemicals to try to get that out. No. Half the time, I swear to God, half the time when I took those things in, refurbished. I don't want to deal with it. It's gross and it is just stained for eternity unless they're using some crazy bleach that we didn't have in the store at the refurbishment place, because they were not worth our time. Nobody bought the damn things. We always had a pile like this freaking high. Like you can't see in the camera. It's a high stack of these Wii Fit boards because nobody was buying used Wii Fit boards. It was disgusting. Unless I was like able to sell one and I was like, yeah, this is definitely clean. Look at it. And if it was spotless and looked like they never used it, then I could get away with selling it. But most of the time, there was always this little bit of brown to it. And nobody wants a browned item. I don't know why Nintendo decided to make these things white to begin with. If they made the Wii Fit balance board black, you wouldn't be able to tell how gross it was. It could still be gross, but you wouldn't know. It's all about knowing. It's like when you go to your favorite restaurant and you find out how the food's cooked and it's gross. You didn't want to know that. You enjoyed the food, but you didn't want to know how they made it. That's how the Wii Fit boards would have been with the used ones. And I feel like they should have made black Wii Fit boards. And if they ever did, I never saw them. So there's your idea, Nintendo. Next time you make those Wii Fit boards, oh yeah, they're making a plastic ring now. At least it's black. Something else that we had to clean all the time were the demo units, especially the Wii U, because children. I mean, children. I don't really need to say anything else, but that's like a family-oriented console. So whenever some kid came in, he'd always beeline right to the Wii U demo, and whatever he had on his hands would cover that Wii U gamepad. It was disgusting. And I know there's a lot of people out there that collect those demo units. A, I don't know how the hell they have space for all that crap. B, I would never want to touch that gamepad or have it in my house unless I knew for a fact someone went through that thing with bleach and razors and then sent it off to the factory to have it opened and then cleaned out, because the amount of food and sticky crap and just disgusting stuff that got all over that Wii U gamepad that you had to kind of like dig out of the touch screen because it had all those corners that were really difficult to clean. I mean, even my own gamepad looks freaking gross because my Wii U collects dust and you're trying to dust it, but then there's all these like pockets of dust in the touch screens. You take Q-tips, but they get deeper in the crap. It's a pain in the ass to clean, and when it comes to something that a bunch of kids are touching, that is not something you want. You think Nintendo would have kind of had that in mind, but I guess they didn't expect a gamepad to be passed around to a bunch of different children all at the same time. But yeah, those demo units. And the funny thing is I'd still have to clean the Xbox One and the PlayStation 1 occasionally, but I mean, the freaking Wii U demo thing, again, was almost all white, so you see every speck of dust on it. It's like the opposite of a car, where if it's white and you can't really tell it's dirty. But this, you see the freaking dust everywhere. And again, somehow, children not only splattered things on the pad itself, but on the demo unit. I remember one time there was all this like red sticky crap all over it. I don't quite understand what happened. I don't know if they had a soda they opened and it exploded everywhere and then they just left. I don't know. But I had to clean this red sticky crap off of this demo unit. Oh, stop making everything white, Nintendo. Good lord. Now, a lot of people wondered what it was like cleaning the bathroom, but I really never had to do that. And because we didn't have the bathroom open to the public, I mean, GameStop is notorious for not letting people use the bathroom. I was personally glad we didn't let people use the bathroom, because you've seen the regular clientele that shops at GameStop. No. I mean, our employees trashed the bathroom enough when they used it. But you know what? They would at least clean up after themselves. So if they had a bad time in the bathroom, they took care of it. And I don't remember ever seeing like any piss stains on the seat or anything like that. It was regularly cleaned, usually by like the assistant manager. I don't know why I never had to clean it. I think I had to clean it like once or twice, and I just mopped the floor. I didn't really do anything else. Why didn't I ever have to clean it? I don't know. Even as a GA, I didn't have to clean it. I don't really know how I got away with that. I think it was the chemicals or something. I really don't remember. But yeah, bathroom wasn't too bad. And some people asked, I know this has nothing to do with GameStop, but I'm kind of wrapping up the episode here. What was it like cleaning the Walmart bathroom? I didn't have to do that. That was the janitor's job. That was the nice thing about Walmart, is that we never had to clean up a spill. In fact, you're not allowed to clean up a spill. You find the spill, you put the freaking absorption pads down, you put up cones, and you call over a janitor and they take care of it, because it could be a super dangerous liquid and they don't want to get sued for somebody touching it and then having it absorbed in their skin and they just get like AIDS or something. I don't know. So they didn't allow us to clean up anything really. So if glass broke or somebody shit on the floor, we didn't have to deal with it. And GameStop though, thankfully nobody ever shat on the floor. But I think the worst thing you really had to deal with at GameStop was just gross games, really gross controllers, gross consoles, stuff that really wasn't the store's fault. You know, it was just stuff that people were trading in. Occasionally we'd have scorpions. I guess it's kind of cleaning up. We'd either, you know, kill them or scoop up their already dead corpses from the poison. Besides that, yeah, that was about it. Oh, we cleaned the keyboards and the computer. We dusted the computers. Whatever. Doesn't really matter if I'd forgotten that or not. Besides that, that was cleaning at GameStop. I hope that was enlightening to you and to the people that asked that question. I hope that was a satisfactory video based off of that. Again, it was multiple people. I have other episodes coming up that I'm going to contribute to specific people because I only saw one person that asked it. So look forward to new episodes. Please, please, please keep dropping ideas down in the comments, because your comments are keeping this series going, because I kind of ran out of gas and I was like, I guess I'm ending the series. And then a bunch of people flooded in with ideas, and I've gotten lots of stories. I'm putting them in a Google document. Some of the stories are like pages long, so reading all of this is taking a lot longer than I thought I would, but definitely going to be seeing some viewer stories in the future. Maybe every other week. I'm not quite sure yet how I want to do it. And yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. If you guys want to send me crap and see it in the podcast get opened, the P.O. box is still open. I'm not quite sure how much longer I'm going to keep it open. So if you do want to send stuff, please send it soon. And besides that, if you like the video, leave a like. And you know what? Let me know in the comments what the most disgusting thing you ever saw in a GameStop was. Or if you've had to clean it at a GameStop. I don't know. Just let me know. Thanks for watching. I already said that. Whatever. Have a fantastic day. So I originally wasn't going to have a fade out, but then I was thinking, I just want to let you guys know that the next podcast is going to be delayed because October 2nd, I believe, is when the Joker movie comes out. And Eric and I have been super hyped for this movie, so I would love to do kind of a podcast movie review type thing. Let me know if you guys like that idea, to you loyal viewers that watch past the fade. And, you know, if you guys don't really care about that movie, or you'd rather just have the podcast on time, let me know, and we'll see how that works out.